Hey, what's up? Are you looking to get your boat set up for some catfishing? If so, hang out for a few minutes. We'll show you how we set our boat up over here at Team Snag and Whiskers. Oh yeah, this is my happy place. We set up 2 lawn chairs in the front of the boat. This is our hangout spot where we can kind of get us lined up and get us facing the rods so we can watch the rods and see the takedowns. Here's another angle just from the back of the boat. Just regular old lawn chairs. We just sit there, hang out. All right, there she is. It's a low roughneck, 1860. It's a nice 18-foot John boat. And you can see on the front, we've got the Minn Kota Tarova 80-pound thrust. Holds us in place. We spot lock a lot using the old trolling motor. And we drag a lot of baits. If you see us during slack tide or we're at the lake, we're always dragging. Just another angle. Here you can see the lawn chair set back up. Do a quick little walk through of the boat. Usually 2 lawn chairs is all we use. If we have 3 or 4 people on the boat, they normally sit back there on that back bench. You sometimes will see our little cushions back there, and our kids will sometimes be back there, or we'll bring another person with us. Moving on to the back, you'll see the rod rack. Dustin's put out a couple videos on these rod racks that he's made. I also went with these monster rod holders. I got one on the side here for suspend fishing, or sometimes we throw the net or the grippers or whatever, just kind of hang on this one. But the monster rod holders have been a nice addition to the boat. One of the things I added to this boat was this rubber mat in the bottom. It really helps a lot with cleaning and keeping traction in the boat when it's wet, and particularly in the summertime when it's 100 degrees outside. The floor doesn't burn your feet if you decide to go barefooted. So these rubber mats have been a nice addition to the boat. As you can see the rod rack in the back, I got 6 monster rod holders across the back. That has been an awesome addition to the boat. We typically run all 6 rods off the back when we're anchored. And you can see the 3 on the right are Ancient Mariner. We run Ancient Mariner equipment mainly off the boat. We got the rod and reel combos from Ancient Mariner on there now. And you can't have enough rags on the boat. You can see I got a couple of rags here hanging off the back. It seems like every time you turn around you need a rag for wiping your hands after you bait your rods up, or once you catch a fish. You're definitely slimed up. So it's nice having rags just kind of hanging, free floating around the boat. I've got just a little cheap Humminbird fish finder on the boat. Mainly it shows us where the bait's at. We can see the water temperature, we can see depths. Nothing super fancy for a graph at this time, but at some point we're hoping to maybe upgrade a little bit. This boat has a side console, which is nice for driving. It's a little bit in the way because it's kind of back towards the back of the boat. I'm hoping at some point to push the console up towards the front and add a swivel seat behind it just to get it out the way. It's sometimes a little bit in the way when you're trying to reel in a fish. This Honda outboard motor is definitely one of the top features of this boat. It's a 60 horsepower. It runs so quiet. It's been very reliable. I've never had any issues with it. One of the cool features on it is you can see the connector here for the hose, the garden hose. You just unscrew this and you can connect the garden hose to it. You don't even have to run the motor. You just turn the garden hose on and the water comes out and cleans the motor. I usually do that after every trip. Giving yourself floor space is one of the biggest obstacles that we face. So we try to keep as much of the floor space open as possible, just so you can move around, grab the rods when they go down.